afternoon, friends. Hope you're all well. Thank you for joining me in today's show. I do apologise you didn't get the notifications. Hopefully they'll start coming through a little bit more smoother moving forwards. My name is Tony Darroch, and this is the fabulous channel where you're always going to get a smiley face. And I have a very big smiley face today for Elizabeth. I am very sad for your loss, sweetheart, but I'm here to give you a little bit of a uplift, give you a smiley face, and we're all sending great big hugs to you, sweetheart. So stay tuned, darling. I'm going to do a lovely colourful card today, and hopefully it'll make you smile and everyone else smile too. And it's called Joseph's Coloured Coat, Technical Coloured Coat. I've done this sort of technique before, but hopefully it might be new to some of you, or some of you might revisit the technique because you enjoyed it so much last time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and happy Valentine's Day. So sending you all lots of love today, whether you're near, far, across the pond, wherever you are. It's the day to tell everyone that you love them. Not that we don't do it every day anyway, but today, try and do it to somebody, neighbour, friend, anyone on here. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. So I'm going to use a couple of items today. A couple of things I want to tell you about, though. If you're waiting for the storage wallets, the A5 and the A6, they're loaded back on. I know a few of you asked for them in the last show. They're loaded back on. They're attached to the show below. But if you are watching on catch up, don't forget you can scan the QR code, which is on screen now, and pop shop 14 today. Shop 14, and it takes you to all of the lovely products. So I'm going to be using that. And today I'm also going to be using some more clear embossing powder. Now, it's sold out so quickly. But what I did want to tell you about was this set of 4, which is on the website, which probably most of you missed. And it's this one here, and I've just grabbed mine. And it's got a set of 4 in, and it's an incredible price. And you've got an ultra fine white, an ultra thick white. We have that ultra thick high gloss that I used yesterday. So if you missed out, this might be an option. Yes, you have to buy all 4 to get it, unfortunately, but it is in this little kit. Clear gloss, ultra high, and then we have this clear gloss super fine, and I'm going to use the super fine one today. But if you have a clear embossing powder, obviously you can use that. But if you missed out and did want it, it's in this set. I think it's $11.96. Obviously, if you've got your points, you get your discounts on there. But I have popped all of the items that I'm using in show on there. There are heat guns if you're wanting to get into the embossing process. I'm also going to be using that lovely sentiment set from our lovely Pretty Things Inside box. And I'm going to be using our solid leaves from that lovely set as well. So don't forget, as I always say, they all have QR codes on the back, so always scan those QR codes, because I stand here and pick up things again and then it gets loaded onto that product, so you get more inspiration. Let's do a quick shout out then. So Karen, Elizabeth, Selena, Heidi maybe, hi sweetheart, Michaela, Lynn. I do think lots of you are probably not even aware. So if you can share, and what I'll do is the stamp set that I use today and the card that I make, I will give away like I did to the other day, which I believe was Maxine Winter, I believe, who commented underneath my last video. So all you need to do is pop a comment underneath this video, and I always pick a winner, and I always pop a comment under your comment if you've commented saying you are the winner, and we get it sent out to you. Okay, so love the leaves. So Donna says, use those to make 10 cards for the other live. You did, well done. So this is not the one that looks like snowflakey design. This is the one, the first one we did, which is totally sort of like the outline design. So this is the first one. If you've got the other one, it'll work for this technique. But if you haven't got either, there are 2 options. There's one that's got like snowflake filigree detail, and then there's this one that's got the leaf detail in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a cute technique today, because you all loved that embossing technique that I did for you. So we're going to do a bit more of a technique based with clear embossing powder. So if you did buy it, then more ways to use it, still keep using it. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to get some colour laid down onto this piece of white card, and you need vibrant colours for this, because I think the technique is called Joseph's Coat, Technical Dream Coat. So I picked these 3 from my pretty colours, a pink, an orange and a yellow. Super, super bright, nice ones. So dig out what you've got in your stash. If you have these colours, you'll be able to replicate exact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some yellow first. So let's just move these out of the way for now. Let's just get my station all set up. And I'm going to get some nice... Now, do I want big areas of colour or little? Let's have a look. let's just do the big because that's the only brush I have to hand. So I'm just going to pick up some of this lovely yellow and I'm just going to get some colour laid down on here. Now they are super bright, these ink pads, so if you don't want it super, super bright, you know, just rein it in a little bit. So let's get some yellow on. So just capture a little bit of colour here, there and everywhere. It's a really cool technique, this, if you're wanting to maybe just, rather than just sit and make a card and you are wanting to just play, this is a super cool technique for you to be able to do that. So there's yellow. Hi Charlotte, love in the heart. Hello everyone, so some of you are coming on late, I do apologise. It's fine though, we're here now, aren't we? So I have the lovely orange. So I'll get some nice orange on here too. This is just normal cardstock, nothing fancy either. So there's a bit of orange on there. And then let's bring our lovely pink. I have to be super careful with these inks, honestly. So let's just dry this off a little bit. I'd like to get more depth on there, a bit more yellow maybe. Happy birthday, Charlotte. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Hi, Susan. Hi, Terry. Hi, Kathleen Davies. Lovely for you to join us, everyone. So a couple of things I just want to talk about while we just get this colour laid down. So tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the evening, I'm live celebrating 2 million views on the channel, okay? I'll post a post tonight, get everybody excited about it. But what we are also doing within that, and you can do it now if you want to, we're also doing an appeal for, obviously, the earthquake in Turkey. Now, as you all know, as a company, we always support others in times of need. So when we lost our design team member for over a month, we did the appeal when we found her. Her place had been destroyed. We did the appeal and we raised, I can't even remember how much it was. It was a lot of money. And the girls got that money for medication, family members to travel and things like that. The support was incredible. And we also did Craft Academy, where we did the food bank donations, and I think we raised nearly £2,000 for that. Well, we're doing it again, guys. You know, these people need our help. You've got to put yourself in their shoes. So what I've decided to do is, and it's live now if you do want to get involved, you don't have to, no pressure. But if you do and you haven't donated and would like to donate, then this is a great opportunity for you. So basically, I've loaded something on and the donation is £6, and I will send you a stamp worth 18 or 19 pounds. It may be a duplicate, it may be something you have, but it's the whole of the donation will go to the appeal. So once I close off the appeal, like we did with the other ones, I'll let you know how much it was exactly, and then we'll take some time to donate it together and hopefully get another fabulous certificate. If you do want to get involved in that, you can go and buy the stamp at £6 and I will send you a random stamp from our store. You don't have to just buy one. If you want to donate more, you can buy two if you want to donate £12 or something like that. But I will talk about it in more detail tomorrow when we do our 2 million view. Also present tomorrow is Sarah from Funky Fossil. She's got a brand new launch tomorrow. I don't have a brand new launch. My launch is the appeal for the earthquake. It's soul destroying. You've probably seen it. People have lost loved ones' houses. They're still digging for people. You know, so if we can support in any way and help out in any way, even if we just donate £100, it's better than sitting back and not doing nothing at all. So if you buy the £6, I'll send you a stamp to say thank you. And all of the proceeds, every single penny, will go to the earthquake appeal. If you want to get involved in that, the product is on the website now. You can absolutely do that. I'll talk about it more tomorrow. So we are celebrating the 2 million views. We do have new goodies for you, but if you want to pop the £6 donation in your basket as well, that'd be brilliant. So back to craft. So I always get a lump in my throat when I'm asking for money. It's so bad, isn't it? But I just feel like I'm so passionate about, you know, money does not make the world go round. Honestly, it does not, but it helps in times of need. And to be in that position, it must be terrible. So I cannot sit on my couch at home and be happy knowing that there are babies under rubble. So any support is greatly appreciated. And the feeling that it gives us when we do kind things makes me feel brilliant too. So there we go. Got some nice colour on there. Just going to add a bit more pink in that area there. I tell you, the older I get, the more sensitive I get. It's not a good sketch. Right, there we go. So let's clean this up here now. This is quite a cool technique. It's super easy too. You don't have to be advanced in any way, shape or form. Now that ink you could spray with water and absolutely pick it up if you wanted to, but I'm just going to wipe it clean. And my nose. So tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And what a great achievement, hey? I'll get some balloons. If I get an opportunity, I'll get some balloons. And we'll have some giveaways. And we're going to have, and it's going to be a live craft off. Sarah's going to be crafting on the little one because she's shorter than me, and I'm going to be here crafting, and we'll have both overheads, and I think we might have a timer. Don't tell Sarah because she doesn't like pressure. And I think we will have a lovely craft off with some new goodies and talk about, you know, how we can support and things like that. I hope that's okay. Right, so we have our lovely technique here. Now, I need to dry this, so the technique needs to be completely dry, okay? Your card needs to like have hardly no moisture in, so I'm just going to give it a good blast. So if you can join tomorrow, that would be lovely. Even if you're just coming to say hello, you know, just come and say hello. I will post out all of the links later today when I get home. And then we'll just have some fun together. Question, how do you share on YouTube? So it all depends really on if you have an account or if you don't have an account. You can copy the link. So if you click copy your link, you can share it onto wherever you want to do it that way, if you want to. That's probably the easiest way. That's the way that I do it. So I think that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my anti-static bag and I'm absolutely going to cover. Cover. Get all of that moisture out of that card absolutely best I can. And then what I'm going to do is the detailed part of our stamp, which is this part here, which is this, the detailed part, which is this part here. I'm going to sort of like doing a colour or a black maybe. So let's just grab our Eureka. So I think we'll just do this one in... let's just do it in black. I'm not sure how that will turn out, but... Question, will you do a Quatre D daffodil? Michaela said. Oh, Michaela, we do have some daffodils coming, but they're not Quatre D, but they're in a cool format. Not Quatre D, but they're cool. So, watch this space. So that's like, this is, so let's just get some detail on this card, hey? First of all. And then one at the top. up here a little bit. Now, there are several sort of designs of the stamps in here, different sizes too. So you might want to maybe, I'm just using the same one here, but you might want to swap it up a little bit and use the large and the small. I don't think there's any rules really. So I'm not sure how much of this detail will show, but it will soon come to light. So I'm just going to take that off there. And then the solid one, let me just dry that first. That's okay, Tony. Thank you, Michaela. Hi, Phil. Hi, Terry. Terry's joined the Stamps by Me club. Well done. And she shared. Thank you so much, sweetheart. If you're not in the club, you need to be in the club. This year, you are totally getting rewarded for being a club member. So there we have that. So I've just obviously stamped mine black. So I am going to go back over here with this anti-static bag. Get rid of any moisture. And then I'm going to take the solid stamp from the same set. Now, to get this technique, you need like a solid type style stamp. Of some form, so it'll work with all of our flowers and things like that. So check that out. So I'm just going to pop it on. Now I'm going to try and capture some of that detail underneath here, because obviously it's very fluid, isn't it? Well, let's just pop our. So this is the solid one. I had to think about what I was doing. I'm like, where am I going with this technique? At a moment. So now I'm going to use a sticky ink pad. These are on the web if you don't have one. This is the one I like. And I'm just going to stamp the sticky ink over that design there. I'm going to do it twice. And then I'm just going to move it and do the other very quickly. Try and capture some detail underneath, so it's not like precise, but I get some of that black under too. And then the other. And then I'm going to throw that clear embossing on it. Now, you could use the ultra thick, you could use a sparkly one, but it has to be one that you can see through, okay? And it'll all come to light in a second if you haven't seen this technique before. But it's better if you've got one that you can see through. Hi, Julie. Hi, Donna. Just do it one more time. Hopefully it hasn't dried. And then let's get some clear. Oh, doesn't look like it. It looks like it's drying as quick. It's drying as quick as I can do it. Now let's get some white card very quickly. So let's get this clear. So I'm using clear gloss super fine, but any clear embossing pad from any brand, thick or thin, will work. If you've got embossing powder all over, because it's not quite dry, don't worry about it, we can brush it off. Just get that on initially and then we'll figure out the rest as we go. Let's get this saved. So I'm just going to take my fabulous embossing brush that is built for dusting my embossing powder away, and I'm just going to get rid of all that embossing powder around. So good, this brush, you know. I know you've all probably got this. I bet none of you use it. I bet you're like, still get your paintbrush, whatever's to hand. Get rid of any loose powder you don't want anywhere, which is nice. So you get a nice finish on your card. Anywhere else, keep it as neat and tidy as you can. But again, it's clear, isn't it? So it's not gonna affect my work too much. There we go. So let's heat set this. So get your gun hot. And we'll heat set this and it'll go clear. Now you could absolutely leave it at this stage if you wanted to. That gun is sounding a little bit like it's coming to the end of its life. So here we go, look. So you've got that lovely glossy finish on there. Look at that. You see that there? Pretty, pretty. Now I'm going to ruin it. So now it's dry, I'm going to take a black ink pad. I'm just going to take my brush and I'm just going to brush over, and where the clear is held on top of colour, I'm just going to be left with some nice leaves. So watch what happens. Don't be put off by how it looks when it's first on there because it brushes off. Okay, so let's just get some, no, Tony, heavy-handed sausage. Get that black on there like that. And so I'm pushing the colour around back with this black. Nice great big crease in it now. So obviously the more you get in, the more you push back. And you could use, for this one, to push back that light colour, you could use black, you could use brown, you could use a dark grey, a dark green. So you just need to get the colour down initially. And you can stop when you think it's dark enough. I think we could absolutely keep going and going and going actually, but I'm not. So I'm going to leave that as is. Let me just clean this here. Like so, and then all you need to do then is you can get some tissue, you can spray with water or just wet it with your mouth. Then all you do is you just look burnish. Look what happens. Comes back to life. Look at that. I need a bit more water than just my mouth on there. There we go. It just wasn't working with my mouth. There we go. Look at that. How it comes back is so cool. It's very autumn card. Anybody think we were in? And then, obviously, because we want to do some, like, make it creative in the back, you can flick as well. Even though I've got that black on top, it will still activate the colour underneath. So I am actually going to rattle this because I've put a nasty crease in it and I'm not loving it at the moment. So I'm just going to absolutely lather it water. Look how much water's on there. Quite a lot. So I'm just going to leave that like so, just for a second. Whilst this is sort of like doing its thing with the colour, because you'll get like a funny resist on this because it's got black on top. So you set that aside. Let's do our sentiment. And I am using my most favourite stamp set with that word in there, with all of these gorgeous words in, which is this one here, love and hope. And I'm going to use happiness, opportunity, positivity, everything, which is this one here, which got the hope going down the side there. It's one of my all-time favourites. And then I've just already done a card look. I'm just going to pop it in, centre. I'll stamp this one in black. And we'll put the pad behind this one. 2 pads. So let's bring in our artwork again. Let's see what it's looking like. You can see getting that. Now let's get some tissue on there. Lift that colour out a little bit. And then I'm just going to blast it off with my gun. And you should see the texture in this. Wait till I heat it with my gun. Watch what happens. It looks really pretty now. I'm so happy with it now. Do you know, it's just the process, isn't it? Watch this sort of white come to... Look at that. See the white come to life here? From that drying. This would make a lovely Valentine's card. Not a heart in sight for anybody who's not into the hearts and the chocolates and the flowers. You know, just a... Because on this actual sentiment, it does have, look, I love you, which is the beautiful one, which I love as well, which has got I love you in the centre. Oh, just 1 second, he's trying to sort something out. Could you just show the sentiment, please, Tim? Thank you. It's this I love you here. And that would look lovely, wouldn't it? As it's drying, the yellow's coming through. It's really pretty. Right, whilst it's hot, I'm just going to put my Eureka on just to flatten it out. Just to flatten it out. Right, so don't forget, pop a comment underneath this video when I've gone off air, and I'll pick a winner again. Oh, yeah. So you'll be pleased to know that the papers land tomorrow. Yes. Which we were short to do those extra boxes for you all. They land tomorrow. So all of the team, get them out the door for you all. And I'll try and continue playing with the pretty things inside. So you've just got that inspiration as well when it lands. Look at that. See how that clear embossing powder has captured the colour underneath. And then it leaves you in quite a creative sense to be able to do what you want with the background. Like now, which is what I'm going to do, white and gold. Let's intensify it even more. So let's get some water in both of these. And let's get a biggish brush, shall we? I weren't going to do this, but I thought, you know what, it will look cool. So don't worry about the rest of your leaves because it's heat embossed, it's a resist. I'll just wipe it off, okay? And this white will pretty much disappear to nothing anyway, so I'm going to really sort of like go to town with, oh, excuse me, with the splats. Now it looks a bit snowy. including my face. Oh, and then I'm going to pick up some of this lovely gold, which I should have cleaned my bust, but it's okay. Got so much texture in here, I can't tell you. It's stunning. You've got to give this technique a try, guys. Capture an image underneath some clear embossing. Just put that there for now. Get some tissue. So you can now go in if you want and just wipe it off the embossing if you want to, or you can wait until you've heat set it and then wipe it off, because it's obviously just dope. It's just gouache sort of paint. You can't really ruin it, really. But you don't smudge all your splats though, because you sort of like get a halo round. Gun. I'm just adding some more around, some bigger ones. Probably wasn't wise to wipe those whilst those splats were wet, because as you can see I've smudged a few, but I will tidy it up when I've dried it. I think we're good. Now's the time to maybe wipe it, Tony, so I'm just going to take some water, clean it off here. Now's the time to wipe it. There we go. Those leaves look so good. Look at that. Oh, well, I surprise myself sometimes. Look at the state of my hands. Honestly, sometimes. Nails, fingers, everything. Looks like a starry sky with leaves in. Right, let's get this on a card. Pull it all together, shall we? It's wonderful to receive flowers, but I always think if you've got something on your list which you're after, it's always good to say, can we skip the flowers? Can we do this because I like this? Charlotte, are we going to see you down south this year? We're on it, sweetheart. The problem we have as well a little bit at the moment is all the venues are putting the prices up like so much. And as you know, our show is not for profit. So whatever the whole costs just gets divided between all of the stand holders. But it's increasing so much, and we are like renowned for having the best show, but at super prices for the traders. I'm like, I'm trying to keep it that way. So there we have that lovely element there. So let's pop this onto our card. So we are doing our best, sweetheart. And then I think, let's go this way. Give it a good chance to stick down, and then so I will give this card away. And there we have. Shall I stand it up? Just move my things out of the way. Quite a cool card. What do we think? Gorgeous, thank you. So you can capture anything under. You could use a clear sparkle if you wanted to as well. So just be mindful that you don't have to use the clear. But we have lots of clear embossing powders on the website. Some are in bundles like interference ones. So when you tilt it, you get a hue of purple. There's some green ones, some red ones. So check those out if you are really wanting to give this technique a try. So inspirational. Thank you, Jane. That's super kind. So if you missed the show on Saturday at 3, I did a cool technique with embossing powders there as well, a double embossed, which made it look like metal captured in like a glass. It was cool. Go back and watch that show as well. So pop a comment underneath here. Oh, Brenda, that's so funny. Pop a comment underneath this show on the YouTube, and I'll pick a winner for this card and this stamp set, and I'll get it sent out to one lucky winner who's interacted and got involved in today's show. Don't forget, we have all of the products that I have used. Those wallets are back in stock as well, so if you want to check those out. And I have put one on as a single as well, the clear gloss regular, so if you just want the one, you can get the one too. But whatever you're doing, have a lovely day. I'm back with you tomorrow at 6 p.m. celebrating 2 million, I mean, come on, 2 million views on our channel since 2014. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. Well, whatever you're doing, have a great afternoon, stroke evening, and we'll see you all tomorrow for a fun 6 o'clock show. I don't know how long it's going to take. It could take an hour. It could take 2. We're doing a craft off. See you there. Take care, everyone. Bye.